Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 102. We're currently playing as Kaiser Wilhelm III of the Holy Roman Empire, and he is the son of Kaiser Wilhelm II, who was the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm I, and so on and so forth, all the way back to our original starting character, Duke Otto of Saxony. Now, just for some bookkeeping, for some reason Crusader Kings II did not want to start when I tried to, start it today. So I had to fiddle around a lot with the damn thing to get it working. Most of that was basically the definition of insanity of starting it up, waiting for it to crash, restarting it, waiting for it to crash, that sort of thing. But we eventually got it working, but I had to reset all of my settings. So if the music seems a little different or anything like that, or we start getting hints popping up or notifications up here that we have already disabled or whatever, that's what's happening. I haven't, save scummed some weird thing or anything like that. Anyway, we're not involved in any wars. That's nice. We have Jerusalem down here. We have an army somewhere. Where are our armies? One there, one here. Right. So this army here is moving over to Oberbayern to get reinforced. This army here, just need to take a moment to just get my bearings, because this fucking thing of the game is just throwing me off. This army's heading up here to take Bornholm and eventually Öland and the rest of Norway. And where's the other army? This army here is supposed to be coming down here to Jerusalem. Now, I had a thought about this last night, where I do my best thinking, in the shower. I don't think that's a good idea. Now, I had a reason for that. The reason was that I was going to try and do my holdings before we did that whole thing with splitting off other kingdoms. Jerusalem kickstarted us a little bit, but we're just going to have to deal with that. What I was actually thinking was, when we attack Byzantium for that single province of Acre, we're going to also want to take most of Serbia off it as well. It only owns a little bit of Serbia, and the rest of Croatia here. And probably Greece, or at least the part of Greece that I care about. But now that I look at it, the Byzantines can wait. They're a powerful ally if it comes to it. But we do have other lands in Greece that we could work on. We can't work on the Bulgarians. We have a truce with Bulgaria, after these fuckers brought, huge amounts of troops against us last time. But we could attack Samos. His allies are weak. We don't have a Casus Belli, but we can get those. Where else is Samos? Where the fuck is that? Is that seriously this place? No, it's Smyrna. Oh, right, there, right. There's a tiny little island off the coast of Turkey here. Chios. Is there a straight crossing? Yeah, there is. You can see there is because of this red line. So that's Samos. What about Cyprus? Well, Cyprus is Orthodox, so that's an issue for us that we just can't really deal with. But we could certainly take Samos. We could do that. So I'll put this army down here in holding in Demetrius. Just because if we get there, it'll be all, oh, you can't declare war while you don't have troops, while you have troops in foreign lands, that sort of thing. We'll do that. Then we'll head on down here and... no, we're not going to head down there. We're going to take Samos and then send those guys around here to Italy. Sounds good. Right. I also had another wonderful idea. You know how we're building a castle here? We're going to keep building that castle because we can't stop it. But I had the idea that cities, they don't provide a lot of troops. Like, they provide almost no troops to us at all. But, I mean, if we try and raise local liege levies here, we'd get 94 troops from the city. That's pathetic. But they have universities, which give us economy tech and tech spread rate, like additional. So I'm thinking that we should build at least a second city in every one of our holdings that we can. When we get the money to do so, because there's 700 gold to buy. And that will help us improve our economy tech growth, which is the most important tech growth. And, you know, we have the most stats in it as well. Look, we get 1.95 from buildings, and that's probably from all of the buildings, not just from the ones that we have in our demesnes, but that's good. Same sort of thing from culture tech, but culture tech isn't as important. And there's no way to improve. I don't think. It says that there's a from buildings thing there, but I don't think I've ever seen it happen. The Catholic priests are constantly pestering me about religion, God, and money to the church. No matter what I do, promise to pray more or read the Holy Scripture more thoroughly, they won't leave me alone. Someone get them to stop, or dear God help me and I'll be a better Catholic. I'll be a better Catholic, it's easy. Just go to church occasionally. And yeah, I think the effect noises are much louder, so I might look into changing that. He's going to war for Calabria. It's this one here, right. Well, you know, I'll accept, because he's already won it. And let's be honest, he doesn't actually need my help. Yeah, I also think it's messed with my scrolling speed a little bit. I'll try and fix this stuff up between this episode and the next, now that I'm working out exactly what the issues are. But, you know, whatever. I think I'm... Resist my failing impulses. I'm not going to hold off on getting free investiture before I make other kingdoms. I was thinking about it, but free investiture is really easy to instate. Like, really easy. I think it's maintained some of our settings. I'm just glad I didn't have to reinstall the whole damn game. That would have been really irritating. I want claims on... just for counties. So again, we're going to be pissing the Pope off, but, well, fuck him. Oh yeah, those sounds are really loud. And I've got my volume turned down, so I do apologize if this is ear-breaking, but hopefully, you know... Yes, thank you. Hopefully, YouTube will let you reduce the volume yourself if necessary. So we've claimed the counties and not the single duchy, because 2 counties, we can usurp the duchy if we really need to. And honestly, we're probably just going to take it and give it to someone. Yes, thank you, thank you. So this guy here, go to war to press all of our claims. Off we go. And as expected, he doesn't have much troops, and also as expected, the Byzantine won this little war there. There's a loud noise of somebody dying. So Sicily's actually going to be kind of difficult to take because the Byzantines own most of it. And as seen in our wars with Bulgaria and Ruthenia, that's a lot of troops. I mean, we've reduced Bulgaria and Ruthenia down a little bit, but not much. The Byzantines can apparently call on 35,000. So we'd need all of our armies there. We were also looking at getting those last free knight retinues. Yes, free knight retinues, which I think we've got the cap for. We probably can't afford them. 1, 2. No, we could make 2 and then we're just shy. That's alright. Bishop Arnulf. He's not my direct vassal, so of course he's a heretic. Just check these armies to make sure they've all got troops. I mean, leaders. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. They're just going to take their sweet time getting around the place. We do have a sizable independence faction. That's annoying. 28.7 though, it's not too bad. Haim has converted to Catholicism. Wonderful. I actually had something I wanted to do down here involving that. Yes, right. So Jerusalem itself, we wanted that to be converted to Catholicism quite swiftly. So we're going to take our chaplain and plonk him down in Jerusalem. So he's got a 12.66% chance to convert that Sunni province to Catholicism. Good. And we want to do that because when we give the Kingdom of Jerusalem to whoever we give it to, they're going to get Jerusalem like itself, because it's the capital duchy, or it's the capital county and the capital duchy. And if the province itself is Sunni, or Sunni, then they can convert religion, and the last thing I want is an Islamic Littlefinger. And the reason for that is because then we start having to deal with the decadence trait due to how the system works. Also, he won't be Catholic. Anyway, the Byzantine Emperor has decided to institute the free investiture law in the Byzantine Empire. Since this is a crown law and you are a formal elector of the Byzantine Empire, which is news to me, you may vote, even though you are not my vassal yet. I'm going to ignore that. And the reason for me ignoring that, despite free investiture being a wonderful thing, is because it will help out his relationships with other dudes. And we don't want him to have an easy time of ruling, despite him being a Littlefinger, because we don't want the Byzantine Empire itself to exist. I don't mind him ruling kingdoms, but if he rules an empire, we're gonna have issues. Just get that retinue over to that side. Wonderful. Do you still have a truce with Modena? Yep, for 3 years. She can rot, she's a lollard. Our son. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's something that I haven't seen in a long time. The autosave. I'm going to disable that immediately. Because the autosave could crash our game. Done. Fucking hell. But yeah, settings are reset. But I've been having problems with saving the game, actually, where it crashes the game, but it still saves. So that's why I don't want it auto-saving. Anyway, we built a castle. Ebersberg. Now, that's put us over our demesne limit, so we are definitely giving that out to a baron. So we just create a new vassal, and we've got this lovely chap, Gerhard, here. Good on him. And we can still build stuff in there if we so wish. And we're going to start him off with some castle walls, because I know he doesn't have any money. Yeah. So why not kickstart him a little? It's not like we don't have the money. That's that. Truce timer with the King of France and Galicia. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? We could take the rest of Normandy. Can we usurp Normandy yet? There is a much easier way of checking that. We just go to the damn province. Check where Normandy is. Well, we can't usurp it because he's at war. Who's he at war with? Gloucester and the King of Aquitaine. Who is attacking Burgundy? Burgundy is just... Oh, they actually ended! They ended that huge rebellion. And they're going to lose everything. The Byzantines didn't need my assistance to institute that law. Now, I just wanted to check. No, we'd have to take one more province from France to be able to usurp the Duchy of Normandy. Well, that's fine. Are they allied to anyone? Anyone important? The King of Aquitaine and the King of Ireland. Maybe Aquitaine would join in, but I'm not worried about Aquitaine. I'm worried about England, and Aquitaine is allied to England. Alright, well... Oh, they actually shipped boats around? That's weird. I'm ill. Well, that's not great. Luckily, my son is almost of age. And he is a grey eminence. And he is phenomenal. So, if we'd actually remembered about that, we would have just held that barony for a few days and then just given it up to him. Let's marry him to someone. Someone 16. Well, there's a quick one here. The problem with Mathilde here is that she doesn't have a lot of stewardship. He doesn't have a lot of stewardship either, so that could be an issue. Let's try and find somebody who has a lot of stewardship and is young. Like Agatha here. Though she's Orthodox. And she doesn't have any good genetic... Oh, hello. Ah, she's 28 years old though, but she has the genius trait. 28 is too old. You know what? We're going to order it by age. In ascending order. And try and find ones with a good genetic trait. Not strong. Strong's nice, but I'd rather have quick or genius. So let's see if we can find one of those. Not seeing any. Yeah, really not seeing any yet. I'm willing to go to 20. No? 25 maybe? God, how hard is it to get a nice smile? Hello, okay. Barbara here. Doesn't have a very high stewardship though. Evdokia here. Might be Orthodox. But she is a genius. No, we're getting too old now. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. This one here, she's only 14 though. You know what, we're going to take a bit of a gamble and try and marry her to Evdokia here. Done. The Byzantine wants us to join in for the Byzantine Holy War for Mosul. That's probably one he started. There's Mosul down there. It's part of this, it's the remaining part of the Abbasid thingy. I'm going to accept, but we're not really helping him out. One, he should be able to win it by himself. And two, fuck that. Okay, wealth or prestige? We're going to take wealth. Because that was a huge bump to wealth. And we're going to use that wealth to build a city in Nidabayan. It'll be done in 2 years. And those castle walls were built in Eppenstein. Eppenstein being this one, so they can now build a keep when the time comes. We do have to land the kid at some point. We could give him Samos after we, take it. But I'm a little, leery of that. Let's move our troops down into here. You know what, I'm going to call on the Byzantine to join my war, see if he'll actually do it. Maybe. Okay, so he won't. It would have been nice to have him deal with those. Now we have a peasant rebellion. All the way over here. So this army gets to march over here and take him down. Great. And we'll probably use them to declare war on France shortly afterwards. For something. Alright, yeah, so we're going to attack this place as well. Because this is where they raised their troops from. We captured this young lady, who is not able to be ransomed back. My beloved wife Giselle is constantly bored and keeps talking about the new fashion she has heard about. Now she wants me to introduce it at court. Let's first check ourselves out. My money is your money, darling. I gained the charitable trait, which is pretty sweet, and I consider introducing new fashion at court. Now I don't already have charitable, so that's good. Vanity is a sin. Let's go to the church instead. That gives us the zealous trait, which is additional martial. And other zealous individuals get plus 30 with us. The church likes us more and we get a lot more piety. Now the interesting point of that is we're training for martial at the moment, so that could help us out. Or, this is my money you're talking about. We get the greedy trait. -1 diplomacy, but we'll get more money from national tax. We don't need more money from national tax. And our wife dislikes us a little bit. Let's go for zealous. So we got zealous, our wife got zealous, so our wife likes us even more. And I believe the Pope will as well. Yes, the Pope usually has the zealous trait. So, good on us. I mean, it's not like the Pope's going to like us much forever anyway. Pope's a hater. Yeah, we're going to attack this place. And probably the bishopric as well. Just to get the place. Someone needs an education. My strong daughter. Well, as a strong daughter, let's educate her in military matters. With Werner, because Werner could also use the opinion boost. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to land my son. I could take Kempton, maybe? Though Kempton is a little weird. It's not under my de jure vassalage. You know what? I'm going to get a claim on it and see if I can revoke it. I probably won't be able to. Yeah, but I'm going to get a claim on it anyway, just so that we can see how this works. Savo has converted to the Catholic faith. Alright. Okay, so we got a claim on Kempton. We still can't revoke it from him. We could revoke the Duchy of Lombardy, but that wouldn't work nicely. Can we retract his vassalage? No, it will upset people by 10 points. You know, I'm pretty sure we could take that. Let's check it. Only 10 points. I mean, 10 points is nothing to us. Yeah, we're going to take that tyranny penalty. So we come to Duke Geoffrey of Lombardy. Honestly, he shouldn't have this guy as a vassal anyway. We retract vassalage of Martin, Count of Kempton. We'll get a thing back in, 10 days. Hopefully he accepts. If not, we're going to have to beat him around a bit. Yep, good. So this guy is now our direct vassal, and we say, well, I'm going to revoke your title. Because I have a claim. Countess Never of Galaz wants to be released. Or, whatever. We can ransom her. Oh, tell me that this didn't happen. I think... Oh no. There's a new ruler in Rus. Khan Tarisi of Rus. Now, he's not a Mongol. He might be called Khan, but that's because that's the Tengri kingdom title sort of thing. Or the Bulgar. Yeah, that'd be it, the Bulgar kingdom title. That's fine. Yep, okay, so now we've got Kempton, finally. It's not a bad little place, to be quite honest. I'm going to not shove any money into it. We're just going to give it straight to our son. Prince Hugo. Grant. Kempton. Yep, and he's our direct vassal. Good. We can't build anything in his places because he's, a count. But that's fine, we can still build stuff in our own, backyard. Yeah, let's attack this place. I'm no longer ill. Wonderful. Okay, we've successfully besieged Samos. The siege of Smyrna here will be too long. I'm going to go and attack the actual army that's trying to besiege Demetrius down. Why not? And meanwhile, I'll just watch these peasants die horribly. Stop trying to kill Littlefingers, you asshole. So what's going on down here now? Still got a revolt here, but the Burgundian king is actually almost won, bizarrely enough. And an Aquitaine war for someone's claim on Burgundy, which the Aquitanian is winning. Jihad for Jerusalem. Alright, so that's an issue for us. To the pitiful Kaiser Wilhelm III, you child of a mangy dog, this is a formal declaration of war. Our armies shall meet on the field of battle. Okay. So, what does this guy own? Well, you're gonna love this. This guy owns this, I feel. Is that real? No, he owns something over there, and he owns... Okay, so the Caliph is actually beholden to the Sultan of Mauritania, or the Button Sultanate. So we might see them jump in a bit, but it's basically, I think it's the Shia? Yeah, the Shia have declared a crusade or jihad on me. We're going to win this, obviously, and when we do, we get a lot of piety and, you know, we start flatlining their religion, their moral authority. Now what I am going to do, though, with this army here is take it down here and start besieging these places, because they belong to him. Somewhat, anyway. Something down there belongs to him. I can see it flashing red. Oh, and fortunately, this is the great part. Where is it? Second down on the list there. Defending vs infidels. Plus 75 opinion. Even the people that despise us think that it's a little rough. So, yeah. It's pretty interesting. These guys are moving out to Rennes. Annoying, but just something we'll have to deal with. So nobody's joined in on his side. This does remind me a little bit, I mean not so much. Back in my Norse game, the Pope would constantly declare crusades on me, but nobody would come. So it was basically just the Pope raging ineffectively against me. It was great. Now he's headed down to Anjou. Let's try and stop that movement. Let's see if we can intercept him. We cannot. So we're going to go up to Mortagne. And then try coming back down to hit him in Maine. So yeah, we're getting a lot of... Okay, the Sultan of the Button Sultanate joined in. We're getting a lot of disband messages from factions, and the Adalid Emirate has joined in, which is some guys down there, I guess. So now we're proper at war with all of that. And all of these guys over here, but that was sort of a part of... Whose war was it? This guy's war. Yeah. Which I don't care about. So, how do we defend against this war? This is the war goal over here. These are the people who have declared war on us. Well, we can wait it out. I mean, they're going to have to march through Africa. They will eventually get there. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do send armies and they will get there. So what we might do... Well, first of all, let's just check. Mauritania... 10,000. So when we're done with this war here in Greece, I'll send this army down to Jerusalem as a defensive measure. And then we can wait. If waiting gets annoying, this army here can come through Aquitaine, because the Buttons have holdings just down here. Don't kill people. It's not very nice of you. So if the Knights Templar and Knights Hospitaller start getting holdings within our realm, we could expel them, but, you know, it's a big pain in the arse. However, because they're our vassals, we don't care about that. I don't think we can borrow money from them now that they are our vassals, but, you know, that's not such a big issue. Come on, move into Maine. Resist foul impulses. Okay, so that's going to take us 20 days, so he'll probably evade that. Steiermark needed a keep. Did anyone else... Well, have we upgraded everything everywhere else? You know, it really seems so, doesn't it? Ah, Wittelsbach, after it's done with the keep, can get stables, a new castle town, and jousting lists. So that's something to save up for. And yeah, they'll definitely evade us, so we're just going to have to keep chasing them. Kind of would like to get down here before these guys capture that place. We should. Or at the very least, we'll chase them out. Okay, so he's fighting the Duke of Anjou's troops. Because rebels are hostile to everybody. And we have a truce with the Count of Kiev ending soon, so it seems like the Ruthenians changed their... well, who owned what? Yeah, definitely caught him. Nice, quick battle. Should actually eliminate them all. Yep, wonderful. And now we can get rid of them. Done. Now, these guys get to come down here. The only annoying thing about doing it like this is that, defending against jihad like this, is that we have to keep track of two vastly different areas of the map, like geographically speaking. You know what though? We can call the Byzantine into war, we can call the Sicilian into war, and we can call the Aquitanian into war. And we can do that for all of the wars because everybody likes us more than they like the Latin Sultan. Yep, nice quick clean fight there. I mean, they still don't like us for it. But that doesn't matter. Also, we won that. Done. Yep, wonderful. So again, we have too much land. And, well, we could give it out to this fellow, but he's Greek Catholic, and I don't want these people to be Greek Catholic. He's also apparently beholden to the Byzantine? No, that's weird. Oh wow, I must have misclicked. This place has 4 cities. I'd almost consider creating another republic, but we can do that when we get rid of the ones that aren't like part of our stuff. Looks like the Pisans have extended their control over to Genoa, ironically. Alright, let's find a German Catholic. Giselbert. Giselbert. I think he's one of my ancestors' bastard children. You get Chios. And you get Smyrna. Grats. And this army heads on down to the Holy Land. Okay. Giselle is apparently trying to kill that guy that we just gave land to. My dear, stop it. Whoops, I accidentally imprisoned her. My bad. I'm just going to release her from prison. She still likes me. That was an accident. I actually meant to tell an end plot and forgot that it defaults to imprison when you click like that. So that's 150 boats there from a host. Wait, from a host? Okay, so he's claiming Tigris, but he appears to have joined in on the war anyway, somehow. Because we're hostile to him. So I hope he's not going to land his host army on my shores. Now, this is because it's a jihad. Any Catholic can offer to join. So, yes, you may join the Duke of Patau. Do we have enough to buy another knight retinue? We do. Excellent, excellent. Yes, I know. We do have a lot of de jure ducal claims that we should start pressing just to get rid of the damn thing. It's really annoying having all these having this thing up here, and, you know, it's big. It's annoying. Alright. Yeah, basically everybody who we wanted to has joined in. That's the wrong war. This is the right war. Yeah. All of our allies and the Duke of Patau, because, you know, apparently he wants to defend Christianity, which I cannot fault him for. In-game. End the plot. End the plot. These people. Also, by parking an army in Rosello here and taking it, we're kind of blocking any advance up into our territory from the Iberian Peninsula, except through Dax and Navarra here, or Dax, Navarra and Bern. But that's because of the mountains here, which I completely forget the name of. It's not the Carpathians. The Carpathians is over here. Apparently Jaffa converted to the Catholic faith, so over here. Good on them. Yeah, so there's an actual Baton fleet there, which is dumping men on our shores. So it's a good thing that we're sending these dudes down to help them out. And by help them out, I mean viciously murder them. You have weak claims on the Kingdom of Ireland? That's just weird. We have struck the first blow in the crusade by killing a bunch of dudes which didn't really matter. Stop it. In all honesty, the best thing to happen if you're having trouble, like with internal sort of shit in your realm, is for somebody to declare a crusade on you. Or a holy war or something like that. Something that forces you to be defending against infidels. Bang, plus 75 opinion. If that doesn't help get you stable, then I'm sorry, but nothing will. Okay, let's also, while we're at it, take Bornholm. It's a de jure claim. It will give us the county, so we're going to have to get rid of it, but it's alright. He's fighting in a Ruthenian independence. Oh, right. There's a tiny little independence war over there. An erroneous plot message right there. Yeah, so we're not going to be assaulting this place because it's quite well defended, but we are just going to sit here and take it. You know, slowly siege it down. At final... Whoa! Okay, so there's the host. That's the adventurer host. I sincerely hope that they just sit there. I mean, they're technically supposed to be at war with these guys over here. With Tigris. But they just seem to be sitting there in Menorca. If they get on the boat, they can only come 15,000 at a time, which might be why they aren't joining in. The Count of Serge would like to join in. Go for it, lad. Yeah, they might not be moving because there was 23,000 of them and they can't all load into the 150 galleys. So basically it's given them too many people to load onto the boats. So that could be a factor. I'm kind of pulling that out of my arse. It may not actually be a thing. But if they do move towards us, then we're going to have issues because we can't hold off twice as many men from a dynasty like that. Though they do have shitty decadence. You can see their troops automatically have minus 45.5% morale. Whereas our main combatants, the buttons, minus 35.1. That's not terrible. What is terrible is for damn movement speed. I mean, we'll get there, but, you know, it's annoying. Excuse me. Where's Ascalon? Alright, that's fine. I understand that. Oh, I'll just smack down the guy in Bornholm. Wonderful. Looks like we captured a lot of people. We certainly did. A lot of people. So I'm not going to assault that place just so that I can let the ticks go past. Oh, Princess of Raphenia, you say? Yeah, let her rot. Can always use more princesses in the dungeon entertainment troupe. Yeah, see, look at this. There's 24,000 guys here. They can't fit on that many boats. I mean, guaranteed they're in minor armies, so they could possibly move out 3 at a time. But I don't think it's going to do that. Still, if anybody had to attack that army there, I would not envy them. There's either a straight crossing or a naval landing. It's terrible. And try not to kill each other. Yeah, so we're pretty much right on the retinue cap at this stage. That's alright. I mean, I would definitely like to continue increasing the size of my guys, and that's why we're taking mainland Europe for ourselves. But, you know, it's not the be-all and end-all sort of thing. Do we release that woman yet? Won't take that one. We'll take that one. Alright. Now we stole this young lady. She can be ransomed back for money. This guy's trying to kill somebody. This guy's trying to kill somebody. He will not accept, and he isn't actually one of my vassals. Fair enough. Come on. My Chancellor has been murdered while trying to fabricate a claim in Venezia. Quite terrible. We need a new Chancellor. Well, it seems like our Chancellors have a propensity to be murdered, so maybe this guy who doesn't like me. Get fabricating. Yes, so what's happened there is the Venetian guy got... Like, our guy had a chance right then to form the claim, I feel. And, you know, so he had the Venetian guy also found out and had the opportunity to either bribe him or murder him. And he attempted to murder him and succeeded. But, you know what? I would have done the same thing. Well, except I would have paid him off because I have so much money. Okay, let's do a castle town for this guy. We're building up on his economy so that he can start financing his own shit. That's right, Sweden is still elective, isn't it? Now we can't change it because, you know, we're not at peace. So you can't use that giant 75 opinion boost to push through laws because it just doesn't work like that. Alright, I guess we'll give you some of these people back. What I would like is a customizable auto stop plot button so that we could pick what kind of plots we would be stopping. Alright, we've taken all of, well, this place here, so when he stops considering the ransom offer, like so, we'll simply enforce the demands. Okay, so I wonder if we could get a republic up here. Okay, we're going to try this. We need a de jure duchy title, so Skane's pretty good. I don't know if it has a duchy yet. It does not. So what we do is we create the Duchy of Skane, like so. We come down here, and we get this fellow here, Olaf. Now, Olaf is a Danish Catholic. I don't want him to be Danish. Unfortunately, I can't revoke his title. Murdering him will just replace him with another Dane. So I am going to grant him, in my massive amount of wisdom, the Duchy of Skane. And we have successfully created several new great houses in Scanian politics. At Hvid, Viborg, Af. This is a little ironic. Patrician gens of Af Bornholm. If I believe Af means of, so that's of Bornholm. Of Althing. Okay, so this guy, he's now a doge. So if we come here, we can't see it yet, but that's a republic now. A vassal republic, and they'll start spreading trade zones throughout this area up here. Slowly. Don't get me wrong, slowly. But if we do that and we seed like the place around like that, instead of just having them fight it out in the med, we should be able to do quite handily for ourselves. I believe historically there were Dutch republics like that up here. Anyway, we're sending these guys around to take Åland here from King Benedict the Fat. Okay, wonderful. We also finished building the keep in Wittelsbach, so now we'll build the castle town. I'll be merciful to the princess. Right, we're here. Let's beat up some guys. Get some actual war score going on this crusade. I don't mind you guys plotting to throw around duchies. We are coming to the end of the episode, so let's just see how we go. We're not going to be able to win this jihad immediately. It'll take time because we're the defender. But we got 9.3, and we captured Prince Kassel. No doubt his dad wishes him to be caught because he's a weak homosexual. And he's kind of shit at everything. Except intrigue. Did we get... We're not getting any war score from holding him. We could ransom him back for 74. We could also just execute him. He has a lot of brothers, though. Though the heir to the Baton Sultanate is in that force. The sole heir to the Baton Sultanate is in this force. Now we might not be able to capture him, and even if we capture him, it won't actually give us additional war score, because it isn't anybody related to the Caliph, or Caliph. It's somebody related to one of his allies, so that doesn't even matter. Another 1.8 war score, wonderful. And you can also see we've already gotten our ticking war score going on. And all of my guys are veteran Crusaders because I made sure to spread the love around there. What's this? The King of Burgundy would like to join in. Get in on it, bro. He must have fought off his other war. Yeah, it looks like he did. Also, because we're defending against infidels, any Catholic who wishes to declare war on us has to pay piety to do so. It figures we're already, you know, hard up with this little fight here, so, you know, why make it tougher? We are going to come along and beat this army up, though. It's not involved in the Crusade, it's involved in the Byzantine Holy War. But, you know, I don't care. It'll help out. And if we help out the Byzantines and they win their war, they're more likely to send these troops to do something to help us out. I am still worried about this number of troops down here. But not so worried that I should have anything to do with it. You also notice that we're not actually getting any war score from occupying these places. That's fine. I actually don't mind not getting war score from them, but what we are doing... the Duke of Patau, the previous Duke of Patau must have died, so the new one has decided to pop in. What we are doing is reducing the number of troops available to them. As well as just fucking around with them for, you know, shits and giggles, I guess. Always good. Now the interesting thing here, we captured this fellow. Not ransomable. He was a pretty decent military commander, so we just execute him to stop him from being a problem. And we got another man in the college, so we now have 4 guys, which is more than the Byzantines have. Woo. Not that it seems to be mattering. Anyway, due to how, you know, this works, we may end up counter-declaring on someone. Probably not, though, because the Shia guys are so far away from what we actually want to deal with at the moment. I mean, I guess we could come down here and start taking stuff, but I'd rather hit Aquitaine up so that we can get it going nice and fast. Although, a declaration for the Barcelona place would be pretty nice. The Barcelona place. We don't want to spread ourselves too much, like, in foreign lands. Like, Jerusalem is enough of a spread as well, and these 2 Greek provinces, that's pretty bad for us. It doesn't have a mechanical effect, it's just irritating to me. But, you know, we'll just have to deal with that. And as I feel the bandsaw is about to start up, I will end the episode. There it goes. So, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked the video, well, go ahead and give it a like. And if you would enjoy seeing more of this sort of thing, subscribe button is just down there. But in the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.